Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Enchanted Insights. So for today's reading, I wanted to tap into the energy of Meek Mill to see, if he's dropping some new music and really just to see what's going on with him. Right before I was about to hit record, I thought of a great question that we can ask Spirit. And that is to see, I did a video recently on Nicki Minaj. So I was like, I wonder if he's reached out to her in some sort of way, given the loss of her father. So I'm going to use, y'all know, the pendulum, this beautiful peach moonstone pendulum. And we're just going to connect right now to the energy of Meek Mill. Clear insight and communication to come through at this time. So let's see how do I want to phrase this? Spirit, has Meek been in communication with Nicki in any way since the loss of her father? Has Meek been in communication with Nicki in any way since the loss of her father? Okay, so this indicates yes, he has. Super interesting. But expected, of course, given, her loss. All right, so let's see. Let's pull some cards. Let's see what's going on. You know what? Before I do that, let's ask one more question. Spirit, we connect and we ask for the energy of Meek Mill. Is he dropping any new music soon, Spirit? Is there any new song or single? There might be a single. Is there any new song or single that's coming out for Meek? Okay, so that's another yes. I feel like there might be a big song coming out by some people. Like, I feel like there's a whole group of male artists all really getting together to drop some song, and Meek might be a part of that project as well. It might not be something that really comes or hits until summertime. It kind of reminds me of like the Bedrock song with Lil Wayne, and there was another one. Oh yeah, the other joint by Lil Wayne with all the girls in the world. Y'all know what I'm talking about for that song. But something kind of like that. I feel like something kind of like that may be coming through for Meek, and a few other male artists will be involved in that as well. But let's see what else energetically is going on with Meek at this time. Thank you so much. Okay, so we have the Hierophant, which speaks to wisdom, which speaks to, tools at his disposal, which also speaks to his growth, actually. I want to say that, especially when it comes to certain things he says. I think he's starting to understand or, come to the revelation that he can't speak on just anything as much as he would like to, because being a man in his position and just how far he's come, I feel like people look up to him in a certain light or in a different way than I feel like he sees. And this is why he says this is why he says a lot of crazy stuff. And I speak to the comments when it came to Kobe and all of that stuff. I don't think there was really anything wrong with it, just because this is what artists do. They speak, I say we, but they speak on the passing of artists in some sort of way. And granted, it was a tragedy how Kobe passed, all of that combined. However, when it comes to Meek and stuff like that, it just don't mix. It just don't match. And maybe that's also just something he's been used to for so long. That's just how he is. I'm going to say this, I'm going to say that. But I think he's experienced some growth and some wisdom and some knowledge, and it's like, yo, you can't, I think he's realized that he can't continue to be that old person, you know, having those old habits or saying whatever you want. You're older now, you have a son now, you know, you got to kind of just change how you do things so you don't receive so much, oh my God, you said this, oh my, like it's always something he said or did. And I think he may be coming to that place or that position now where he's a little bit more in tune with himself, in tune with the things that he's saying. Maybe he's trying to get there. Maybe he's not quite there yet. But I do feel that for him in some sort of way. This can also speak to him having some sort of mentor that can come in and help him as well. Or maybe he wants to be a mentor for other people, but there's still some things I think he has to work on. I think he wants to be this mentor, wants to be that voice for, you know, certain people, certain young men, but he's not quite there yet. Meek's not quite there yet, but I think that's something on his spirit that he wants to grow into. And, you know, the Hierophant speaks to change. It speaks to coming into self more and, you know, just having a certain knowledge and wisdom that other people don't have. And I feel like he wants to really walk into those shoes and be that man and be in that position. But there's other things he has going on. But we'll clarify that. Let's see, what else do you have for the energy of Meek? Thank you so much. Knight of Swords. So this speaks to drama, because usually this is something charging him fast. So, oh my goodness. What could this be? I just hope this man don't say nothing or record something he shouldn't and be the topic of some sort of conversation, because my first thought was just drama. Like, there's something dramatic on top of other things that either may come up, or there's something that could come up, and maybe in some ways it could potentially trigger Meek in some way, potentially trigger him to say something or do something. But if he's wise with this Hierophant, if he is wise, he either won't address it, or he'll address it in a way that's not typical of the Meek we are used to. So let's just see what happens with that. But there's definitely some drama in his circle and his energy that he needs to just work on, or just get away from him in some sort of way. Let's see what else we have. And then we have the Six of Wands, which is recognition and achievement. But it also could be something that happens publicly, something that's said publicly. You know, something that comes forward. He can be recognized in a positive way, or it could be something that he said and now he's in the media again, and, you know, he has this reputation or recognition that's really not how he wants to see or be portrayed in the media, is what I'm hearing. But let's pull some clarifier, especially for this Hierophant card, to see. But there's definitely some drama going on in his circle. Or something around him, but he's coming out of it. I feel like he's trying to come out of it and just be better, be a better artist, all of that kind of stuff. Let's clarify. Why is the Hierophant card here, Spirit? Thank you so much. And we have Two of Cups. So this speaks to a union and partnership. I don't know why I immediately thought of Nikki, because we asked that question initially. However, this could speak to a couple of things. This could speak to him finally understanding, maybe coming to a place of understanding with his relationship with Nikki and all that they went through. Because I feel like they were always, even after they broke up, there was always beef, animosity. Like, they were never like, okay. There was always just issues. So maybe in some ways, you know, granted through COVID, and both of them having children now, you know, having time away from each other, and then, you know, if there's any losses they both experience, sometimes your just mind changes and you get it and you have an epiphany, like, oh my God, this is why, you know, I was the way I was. So maybe this could speak to Nikki. This could also speak to the relationship that he had with his son's mom. maybe he's just coming to realize that some of the partnerships and some of the unions and some of the people he keeps around him aren't really, some people may not be allowing him to really tap into that wisdom. Not like they're really blocking him, but he could just be a blockage himself to some of the knowledge because of the people that he keeps around. Like, I feel like he wants to be or go the distance somewhere else, but there's things that are blocking him, and this could speak to some of the partnerships he had, and maybe he's not quite over it in certain ways, and you know, he's trying to figure out why he's not over certain things, or why these partnerships didn't last, or why these relationships didn't last. And that could explain some of the process of where he's at right now, and you know, why he's really wanting to change and really be this Hierophant energy. And this could also speak to him maybe partnering with some new people, collaborating with some new people that are going to really allow him to be this stronger Hierophant energy, you know, someone who can really carry things on in a way that's going to teach and help and just carry other young men, other people in the right direction. I'm going to pull a clarifier. You know what? I'll go through again. I think I might pull clarifiers for all of these. So let's see. Why is the Knight of Swords here, Spirit? Thank you so much. I just feel like so much thought and contemplation is happening with him. And this is the Page of Wands. So this just speaks to just manifestation, opportunity. Like I said, there could be some drama that comes through or comes into the mix, into his circle in some sort of way. So this could be his opportunity to kind of shift the narrative and change how he responds, or change, you know, what he would normally say or do. And just be wiser with words is what I keep hearing. He has to be wiser with words. So why is the Six of Wands here, Spirit? Thank you so much. And there's a lot of wand energy here, which just speaks to the power and that strong energy that he has. This is the Four of Wands. It speaks to a celebration of some sort. But then we also have the Five of Pentacles, which speaks to something which speaks to disappointment. So, ooh, I don't know. Like, now I'm wondering if he's dating someone or with someone. Is he going to come out with this person and maybe it's like, oh, they're about to get married, or he's moving somewhere and then maybe there's a loss where it doesn't actually work out? Or this could speak to some sort of event or something that he's working on, whether it's family or friends or some sort of event or gathering. And then maybe it somehow doesn't happen and he loses out on money. But with the Six of Wands here in particular, I really feel like this is definitely something we're going to hear about. This is definitely something we're going to hear about publicly, or it could be happening right now and it's something we may not hear about now, but hear about later, that it won't get publicized right away. But there's definitely some loss or some gathering that's either going to be like a disappointment or something he's really not going to wish he didn't do. Maybe it's something like that, something he wished he did not do or didn't participate in, or just that kind of thing. But let's pull a clarifier. Why is the Two of Cups here? Thank you so much. Clarification for the Two of Cups for Meek Mill. There's just so much energy on this table. Yeah, and then we have the Fool card here, which speaks to new beginnings. This is him taking a risk. Like, he has to step away from his old self. Like, you know, I'm honestly not surprised the Devil card is here, but I feel like it's not as deep as the Devil card is. I feel like this is just more surface level things that he's kind of always knew he's needed to change and adjust. And he's getting closer to that point. He's coming in contact with the right people now, letting go of people maybe he shouldn't have been around in the first place, just that kind of thing. So there's definitely some new beginning. He's taking a risk. He could also be stepping into a partnership love-wise with someone that he's ready to take a risk with. And this could be someone who could potentially be known publicly as well, someone else who's famous. Or this could just be him stepping into partnership with people who are really going to solidify and help his image and help him just to raise the bar higher, kind of thing. And that's why that Hierophant, that change, is just so prominent with this energy right now, because it really speaks to, I really feel like this is him, and it really just speaks to where he wants to go next. So let's clarify why the Page of Wands is here. Thank you so much. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. Again, this is the manifestation. So he's trying to, I think there's a lot of drama around him, and he's trying to just manifest more healthier energy around him. With the Pentacles here, this could also speak to him trying to, you know, manifest less drama, manifest more money, manifest more streams of income that creatively are going to continue to allow him to grow and mature. With any page, you know, with the Page of Wands here, that just indicates there's still some level of maturity, insight, guidance that's needed before he can really get through to what's next. And I think there is something that's coming next publicly. It could sway in either direction, with it being something that is like, but I think there's some disappointment with the Five of Pentacles. There's definitely some disappointment or loss of something. In light of this achievement, there's some sort of loss. So let's see. Why is the Five of Pentacles here? And then we have Three of Pentacles. So maybe this is some sort of partnership that is going to be lost in the process, and it comes out publicly. Some sort of partnership maybe doesn't go in the way that Meek anticipates in some sort of way, and, you know, he might take an L. He might take an L in some sort of way. I feel like Meek is always taking L's in some way. So, but I think it's going to it's still going to be fine. Like, whatever happens is just part of the process, part of the plan. You know what I'm saying? You just got to keep going. So there could be some partnership or someone he's working with, maybe a couple people that maybe just dip off and maybe decide to do other things, and, you know, he might lose out on a little bit, but it's all good. Let's clarify why the Four of Wands is here, because that just speaks to homecoming, reunion. And then we have the Moon. So this is really looking past the illusions. So if he does have some girl or some chick that he's talking to or thinking about being serious with the Moon here, it's like he may need to rethink the direction he's trying to go in, because it might not be as clear as it seems. There might be some layers that still need to be uncovered, and that I don't necessarily just speak for her or whoever this chick may be, but this could also be him. This could also be him maybe thinking, or stated in some ways that, you know, he's ready for a partnership, a union, you know, something along those lines. He's ready to get married, engaged, because this Four of Pentacles could speak to engagement. You know, maybe this is some chick he's already known for 4 months, or maybe this is someone he's known for 4 years and he's ready to take that leap. But there still may be some things hidden with not only maybe her or just maybe himself that he has to get through. You know, he has to cut through those layers, because there's definitely something that's not ready. When I see the Moon, you're not quite ready. You're not quite there yet. So, and that goes hand in hand with the Hierophant at the top, and then we have the Moon at the as the last card, which again, this is just Meek. This is a lot of his energy. Like he wants to get here. He wants to be this Hierophant, but there's some things he has to cut through. You know, illusions, things in his head that he's created that just literally aren't real and aren't true to where he needs to go next. I'm going to pull one last oracle card to kind of just wrap up some of this energy, but he has to get some things taken care of before he can really step into this union. I think he's like ready for something different. I feel like he's ready for something different, but there's still some other things he's working on. And I feel like we can all agree to that in some ways. We all want something different. We all want it to be different than what we've had before, you know, but then with the Moon here, it's always something hidden, things you can't see, and you got to really, really pay attention to that. And this could also speak to this loss. If there's financial loss, you know, he might think it's all good and there's something he can't see, and then he loses out. So really just being critical about the people around you, the situations, and making sure those situations are actually true and not, you know, something created in your mind that really can't stand or hold for too long. And that could be Meek in some way. And then we have 22, which is blessed. So he's just blessed. He's supported. I'm going to pull one more. He's blessed. He's supported. And I feel like he has some good things coming, but he has some layers of himself that he needs to get in order. And of course, we have between worlds, which again, you know, he's stuck in the middle. Like I said, he's kind of trying to figure out where he wants to go. You know, we have the darkness kind of right here, the darker energy, and we have the light, and you know, he's ready to step into the light, but you know, with the moon here, there's still some dark hidden things, you know, cutting through illusions of life, cutting through illusions of thoughts, and you know, things that really aren't going to get him to this next level, to get him to cross over into this person, into this, you know, person of wisdom, this mentor that people really look up to. He wants to be that, but there's just other things he has going on where he really can't be that right now, in the way that he wants to. And again, there's so much different energy going on in these cards: drama, you know, recognition, wisdom, you know, new beginnings, losses as well. Like, it's just all over the place, but it's going to come together in some sort of way. It's just going to take time, and him just being blessed enough to remember who he is, and you know, where he's going next as he, you know, navigates between these worlds, you know, navigates into the next journey for himself. And I feel that even for myself as well. I feel like we all may feel that in some ways too. So let me know what you guys think. You know, do you agree or disagree? What are your thoughts in this reading? I would love to hear from you. So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel. I'll see you next time. Bye.